Hi guys, Maverick here and welcome to another new video. Today we'll be doing a review on Newport Residences, a very rare freehold project in Tanjong, Pagar. Just a brief intro, Newport Residences, or Newport Tower, will be built on the land that houses the former Fuji Xerox Tower, previously known as the IBM Towers in the 80s and 90s. If I'm not mistaken, this is the largest freehold development downtown with a land size of almost 55,000 square feet. So there will be shops and eateries on the first floor, followed by 8 levels of Grade A offices, 13 stories of service apartments, and then 23 stories of residential units. Now, due to the ABSD hike, the launch has been delayed, but of course I'll keep you guys posted. You can follow me on my Instagram to find out the latest property updates. So just like all my other review videos, I'll be grading Newport based on 5 criteria. Firstly, we'll be taking a look at the location and amenities. Secondly, will be the transport and accessibility. Thirdly, we'll see the quality of the development. Fourth will be the launch pricing, and fifth, the exit strategy or the rental potential. So firstly, let's talk about location. We are located right in the heart of Singapore in the Central Business District, just off the AYE and Keppel Road. So for units facing the expressway, do expect a fair bit of noise, but I guess at least you do get unblocked sea views. Other than being super close to all the offices in the CBD area, you are also just a 2-minute walk to 100am Mall, where you can find a fair price supermarket, a ton of eateries, bakeries, and also a Don Don Donki. If you are looking to get a romantic dinner, you're just a 7-minute walk to Duxton Hills, where the shop houses are lined with restaurants and bars. However, because you are located in the CBD, there aren't any parks within walking distance. The nearest would be Fort Canning Park or Gardens by the Bay, at least a short drive away. And of course, you don't get any primary secondary schools around the area, and you don't have any community hubs as well. But I believe even with its drawback, the location is pretty alluring, especially for buyers who want to be as close to the city as possible. And also, did I mention unblocked sea views? For the location, I'm giving it an 8.5 out of 10. I think there are a lot of people who fancy living in the city, but of course there are cons as well. Next up, let's take a look at how convenient it is to get around. The nearest MRT station will be the future Prince Edward MRT station, which will have a direct linkway to Newport Plaza. It will take you just 3 minutes to get there, but for now the nearest MRT station is Tanjong Pagar, which is around 500 meters or a 6-minute walk away. For drivers, you're located right beside the expressway, which gives you easy access for the rest of Singapore. But do note that driving in a city can be quite annoying sometimes due to the heavy traffic, especially during peak hour on weekdays. So for transportation and accessibility, it's a solid 9 out of 10. Now let's take a look at the quality of the development. CDL is probably one of the biggest and most reputable developers in Singapore. They are experienced in both residential developments like Whistler Grand, Ekleon, Novel 18, and also commercial developments like Republic Plaza and City Square Mall. As we see from the unit mix, most of the units will be either 1 or 2 bedroom, with only 21% of the units being 3 or 4 bedroom units. And of course, just like any other luxury development, there will be a 12,960 square feet super penthouse sitting at the top of the development. With such a large percentage of 1 and 2 bedroom units, I suspect the developers are aiming this towards the rental investors, or maybe even families with no kids. For car park lots, there are 131 lots for 246 units, and they will be located on basement 2 and 3. The good thing is that CDL will be managing the shops on the first floor, so you'll be guaranteed a good mix of shops. There are of course also facilities. There is a Sky Terrace on the 34th floor, where you can find a gym and other communal facilities. And on the 46th floor, there will be a roof garden where you can find a few indoor pools, a clubhouse, and even a reception. Unfortunately, due to the design of the building, they couldn't really fit in a tennis court. Before I move on to the floor plans, one of the things that I don't like about this development, even though it is marketed as a luxury development, is that the units don't get a private lift. The only unit that enjoys a private lift is the super penthouse. Even the 3 and 4 bedroom units don't get that. which is really a pity and is always something that I look forward to when I visit a luxury development. And because of the odd-shaped tower, the developers couldn't really come up with ideal and homogeneous layouts. So for the one-bedroom units, you'll be seeing 5 different layouts, ranging from 431 square feet all the way to 495 square feet. I think they're all pretty standard with a linear kitchen, but if you look at type A5, you'll notice that the AC ledge and the master bedroom has a slight curvature. So not so ideal because you can't really fully utilize the space. Now the one bedroom plus study is quite unique in the sense that it has a larger foyer area which is connected to the study. And the kitchen countertops are lined on both sides, making it, in my opinion, a more efficient use of space. Now there are a lot of 2-bedroom layouts as well, so I'll just be flashing them one by one. This one has a similar issue with the curvature in the master bedroom. Now this is on the edge of the development, and you can really see that it is on a triangular tip. It's pretty unique, but I really don't know how many buyers can accept a layout like this. And then you have the 2-bedroom plus study that has a pretty long walkway. On to the 3 bedrooms. For the compact unit, you do get a dumbbell layout, but I have no idea why the AC ledge has to be so big. And then you go to the premium layouts with equally big AC ledges, and this one in particular has a pretty long corridor and a huge balcony. Now the 3-bedroom plus study has AC ledges in 2 out of 3 bedrooms. And then lastly, we have the 4-bedroom layout, which is essentially a semicircle of sorts. Overall, not a fan of most of the layouts, but I do understand that this is a compromise the developer has to make in order to maintain the facade and shape of the building. Another thing I'm not a fan of is that the developers don't provide, or they can't guarantee that they'll be providing marble tiles in the living and dining area. Of course, there is a chance that they may change that when they actually launch the project for sale, but the last time I went to the show flat, it is marketed as stone. And it's also confirmed that the bathrooms are lined with porcelain tiles instead of marble. When I went to the show flat, some of the finishings of the cupboard didn't have that top quality feel. No soft closing and the wood felt light. Which really is a pity if you're paying so much for a freehold project here in Tanjong Pagar. You would definitely expect top quality finishes all over. In fact, I thought that the show units at 1 Burnham, which will be located right beside Newport, had slightly better finishings than what Newport had to offer. And not to mention that it's going for a much lower price, even though I know it is a leasehold project. For quality of development, yes, you do get a very nice facade and you are in a greener building, but you do have some sacrifices, in my opinion, in the luxury department. I'd give the quality a 6.5 out of 10 for the price you're paying, which brings me to the launch price. Now I have no idea how much Newport Residences will be selling for, but I think because of the recent ABSD hikes, the developers have to be a lot more conservative with the prices. Even so, it's not going to be cheap. We're expecting the starting prices to be around $3,000 per square feet, and maybe the average selling price will be around $3,500 per square feet. And maybe even higher for the 1-bedroom units. Taking a look at 1 Burnham, the units there have been going for around $2,700 to $2,800 per square feet. But of course, it is a leasehold condo, owns at Tanjong Pagar, which TOP'd in 2017 with only 56 units, is currently going for around $2,300 per square feet. And Robinson Suites, another freehold condo, have been going for around $2,500 per square feet. Lastly, I would like to make a comparison to Warwick Residences. Even though they are pretty different, they are both icons, or at least going to be icons, in Singapore's skyline. The transaction prices for Warwick ranges from just under $3,000 per square feet to over $3,800 per square feet. Of course, a premium is to be had if you're purchasing a unit in the tallest building in Singapore, as of now at least. And Newport could definitely sell at about the same price range. So if they do really sell at $3,500 per square feet, it is going to be much higher than the other freehold counterparts. Of course, you're buying an icon which has front row seats to the Greater Southern Waterfront transformation, but it is still a pretty hefty price to pay. But I'm pretty sure some rich folks out there will be drawn to the development and the location, and will be willing to fork out that kind of price tag anyways. For launch pricing, I'm giving it a 4 out of 10. If you're looking for a CCR property in a CBD, I think there are better options out there. So I'm going to be very honest with you, I don't think there's much exit potential for Newport Residences. CBD properties typically don't appreciate well unless you can find a property like the sale that launched below $1,000 per square feet back in 2004 and quickly saw the prices rise up in 2015 and then going back down again. But okay, then you'll argue that Newport is freehold and can retain its value. But if you really enter at $3,500 per square feet, do you think you can sell it for much higher in 5, 10, maybe 15 years time? Especially since CBD properties are fueled by mostly foreign demand. And the government's stance is that they want to eliminate external factors as much as possible in Singapore's property market. I think if you're buying and planning to rent for passive income, it's still an okay idea, even though your rental yield is probably not going to be as good as the 99-year leasehold counterparts. I think you can expect a rental of around $6,000 for a 1-bedroom unit, and assuming that if you are purchasing that unit for $1.7 million, you have a gross rental yield of only 2.5%, which is not impressive by any means. So for exit strategy and rental potential, I'm giving it a 4 out of 10. Now this brings my average score to 6.4. Personally, if I were looking for a new launch property in the CCR or CBD and wish to have some investment potential in terms of appreciation or rental, I think the upcoming development in Marina View might be a better option. As much as possible, I'd advise investors to stay away from Newport Residences. Of course, if you're buying for own stay and don't really care about the value of the property, then of course by all means go ahead and buy it. I can really see why Newport Residences can be attractive to some people. So if you guys enjoyed my video, do share it with your family and friends. If you need any help with your property purchase or sale, do reach out to me. My number is flashing on the screen now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!